the next night, my friend posts something on her story about Job. And I was just like, oh my gosh, man, that's kind of funny. That's a coincidence, right? So I messaged her back, and she messaged me back, and she said, must be a sign. And I was like, wait a minute, you're right, that is a sign. That's a God wink, reminding me about what my mom told me about, hey, you should really check out that book of Job, right? So after I see that on Demi, had this quick little conversation, I fall asleep to an audiobook, and they're just telling the story of Job, right? And man, the story of Job is a whole life lesson in itself. This guy Job, who was a great man and had great wealth, loved Jesus, lost everything because the devil said, well, God, of course he's gonna have faith in you. You've given him everything. He's got a hedge around him with protection. And so God says, oh yeah, we'll see. I bet you not. Job is great, and I'll prove it. He takes all of his wealth. He had 10 kids, Job did. His 10 kids die. And then the third thing that happened was he got all these boils on his body. He was in agony. So he's looking like a crackhead down by the river, scratching himself everywhere, right? And but he still never lost his faith. The moral of the story is he still never lost his faith. So I read the book of Job, right? And then I go to church, right? And the message in church, I was like, it's about suffering. They're talking about suffering in church. And what they specifically said about suffering in church put a bow for me on the whole week of all these little events, signs, all these God winks, all led up to that day in church when it said that suffering is how God takes and points you to Him. So to me, I took that as another huge God wink at a time where I was down because I hadn't hit that grand slam like I wanted to, didn't get the home run, but I'm still in the game, with a double, and I got an opportunity. That's God's way of telling me that, hey, this is your lily pad, right? I got you. You're in the middle of the river right now, right? But I got you. And here's an example in real time, because I know that you're all about this internet stuff nowadays and technology, and everything's got to be now. So here is now, right here. Currently, here is the lily pad that I have given you, all wrapped up neatly with a nice little bow on it, delivered at church on Sunday morning. How cool is that?